It's Rick. How you doing? I'm gonna do a sketch today with the palette knife. I think everybody can do this, okay? Or anybody. Give this a try. I'm gonna sketch it with a palette knife, a landscape, and then attempt to paint it. This is uh, brown. uh, it's let me show you. It's just Winsor Newton. This is burnt umber, and then I put a little bit of black in it to darken it up. We're going to use that with a knife to get the landscape going. Let me adjust this a little better. Zoom in there for you. There we go. I put the bubbles on there so you know it's me. The right Rick. So all you need is just get some kind of rag so you can keep wiping your knife off. Uh, Acrylic paint dries fast. So if you keep it in a nice pile, then it stays wet for you, okay? So let's draw some paint out. And then the way I do it, I just start with a nice roll on the knife. We're going to sketch a landscape on here. This is a 14 by 14. I'm going to do a nice easy one so anybody at home can give this a try, okay? I'm going to put the mountain over here on the right. Pretty tall mountain here. Okay, let's just put a peak up in here, and we'll put a peak over here on the right here. Maybe one right over here. Just put 3 peaks up there, just like that. We'll swoop this down to the side, this mountain over here, okay? So we'll try and get some kind of symmetry going in here. Let's pull this one in front of that one, and we'll put this one in front of that one. We'll have this one kind of way off there in the back on its own. And then we'll have this mountain right in front will be the main mountain, okay? So you just use your knife and swipe down to create some texture on the mountain, just so you can get an idea. I'm designing it right now. This is all going to get covered with paint, but I'm trying to design something the way I want it to look. So now maybe I want some hills in front here. So I'm going to put a hill coming down here like this. Maybe down to there. And then we'll have a hill over here coming down, swooping down here like this. Maybe in front of that, like that. There we go. Look at that. I don't want this to be too hard, so it's just mountains, another kind of mountain, and then we'll put a big hill here. And now off this hill, let's swoop back right about here. Like that. Maybe this will end up being tall trees right in here. Who knows? Like right here, we can make these evergreen trees. I'm not going to put any trees in. This is just the just to get an idea of the land. This looks pretty cool here. Maybe these could be rocks back here, like a cliff. And then we'll put like hills underneath it, like this. So maybe this will be green grass going up, and then this will be like a rocky plateau up there. And then of course we'll have some clouds. We'll put some clouds back here, maybe like a big cloud up here, smaller, and then smaller. So we got some symmetry going on there. I kind of like that. That looks pretty good. Let's put something down here. I'm trying to see what we can do down here. Maybe a pathway from here coming across, maybe. Yeah, maybe a pathway just coming across here, and we'll make this some kind of bank, I'm thinking. We'll make some kind of like a hill right in there, like a bank, and then we'll flatten this out over here, have some grass down here. Maybe we'll put a bush in this corner. All right, so there's the easy design. That's burnt umber and black mixture. Doesn't that look cool? That's just the land. There's going to be some trees in there. I'm already seeing I want a giant tree going up right here in the foreground. But I want to get it painted first. So to do that, I already have burnt umber down here. So I'm going to kind of move it over here in a pile. Get it out of the way. And I got some black. I'm just going to use 3 colors, so I don't have to squirt out a whole bunch of colors, and I can mix them. So blue, this is Liquitex yellow. This yellow is really good. Cad-free yellow medium. This stuff's pretty expensive, but this yellow is really awesome. So blue, yellow, and then I'm going to use red. Today, I'll use just regular red. I do have my Uptown Espresso coffee. I have some Utrex Cad-free Cad Red light. I'm only going to put a little red down. Since I already have brown down there, I won't have to make any brown, but I might have to make some orange. So we'll just put a little red there. And I bought some brand new titanium white the other day. The good stuff. Where to go? Liquitex titanium white. The white I just use pretty much for blending and stuff like that. But there we go. That's a nice little sketch. When you think about your designing your landscape, try and keep some symmetry in mind. This one has a little bit. I mean, we got the mountains are kind of going up this way. This is swooping down this way. This is swooping here. And I'll have the clouds kind of, maybe I'll have them swooping up like that. I just found out about these little functions on here yesterday, so I'm having fun with them. Alright, so let's start painting. I'm going to keep watching this so it stays in focus. I've been having trouble with the focus on this thing. So today I'm going to start off with the sky. I use this type of knife to mix on the palette. When I'm mixing my paint on here, because there's not much room, so I'm going to make some blue for up there. And it's mostly going to be white. I'm going to put it down here. I just want a little bit of blue. Watch how much I grab. This is that phthalo blue. It's pretty strong, so I don't want it to be super bright. Every time I think it's light enough, I put it down on the canvas and then it's still too dark. But this looks pretty good. This is the color I like to use for the side of the mountains. The mountains that are like in the shady side, about like that. Let's see, I think that's light enough for the sky. So I'm not going to use hardly any water today because it's a 14 by 14. So, I mean, you could start off by, you know, wetting your brush to make sure it's clean. But I'm going to dry it off. So there's the brush I'm using. I'm going to make sure there's no paint in there. Yeah, seems okay. But I'm going to put the paint on heavy today. Real heavy. Because I don't have an underpaint. And I don't want any of that white to show through. So let's just fill in the sky with this light blue. This is a landscape. I think this one's pretty easy. I think anybody can, if you've never done a landscape and you're ready to start, I think this might be a good one to start with. Just 3 mountains, some cliffs over here, some grass down here with a pathway, and maybe we'll throw one easy tree in there at the end. So I'm going to bring my blue down. Now I'm going to start grabbing some white, okay? Titanium white, and mixing it at the bottom of the blue. And bringing it down towards the mountains. Just titanium white. Pick up some of the blue up there in the sky and then start bringing it down to the mountains. Don't hit your mountains because they're probably still wet and you'll draw some burnt umber into the sky. I did that yesterday. And I had a gray spot up there that was bugging me the whole painting. So let's just bring titanium white down to the tops. Just like that. Now let's put some, while this is wet, let's put a few streaks in our sky. Like I said, I'm going to have some clouds here, here, and here. So let's start up here on the top and just streak some white up there. Maybe coming down like this. Swooping down. Now let's go above here and do the same thing. Swooping down. And then we'll put a small one down here swooping. Just like that. And then lightly, you can lightly blend it. Just like that. All right, we'll let that dry. I'm going to do the clouds a little different, but I wanted to get some white up there. Clean your brush off now. You can dry it off. You can dry it off with a rag or something. And I'm going to lightly blend that white a little more. Get it to blend into the blue. These are going to end up being clouds that are even further back, okay? All right, let's do the mountains next. We're going to use gray, dark gray. So I have some white here. We'll put the mountain color right here and grab a little black. Now let's make a grayish color. Dark gray. I'm going to put a little blue in it too. Let's add a little more black. A little more black. Dark, dark gray for the mountains. Hopefully you can see that. Now just a touch of blue. Just a touch of blue. And we're going to get like a bluish gray. That's perfect color for the mountains. Look at that. It's really easy to mix your colors. So I got a number 8 filbert brush. And I'm going to do the mountains now. Hoping that's dry now. Even if it's not dry, you could go over, just go over the top of the burnt umber. You could put different edges on your mountains now if you want. Create some different bumps in there. But let's just fill this in down to about here, because I'm going to make this all light down here. Don't use any much water, okay? I know I use a lot of water sometimes. That's on the larger paintings where you got a lot of area to cover. This is a small painting, so you don't have to use water down your paint that much, okay? Just the water that you use to clean your brush, that's enough. Alright, so there's our 3 peaks. I want these to look like they're going off in the back, so I brought the paint down like at an angle here. See that? Now grab a little bit of the blue from the sky. You can rinse your brush off. Let's rinse that gray off. And just grab some of the blue here and mix it in to the bottom of your mountain. and draw it down. Let's draw it down into this valley here. A light blue. Mix into some of the mountain and then draw it down to these cliffs here. Just like that. Now rinse your brush off and dry it off and blend these two colors together. You can pull that blue up if you want a little bit, or just blend the top into the gray, just like that. Look at that valley. Doesn't that valley look cool? Got like a bluish glow to it. Wow. That looks amazing. I want to run some white clouds down here. I'm going to let it dry for just a second. I don't want to forget because I'm going to start doing these cliffs right now. Let's use the gray we used on the mountains up there on these cliffs. Now, just take your brush, and this time I put a little water on the brush, but I want to draw these straight down with my paint so it represents cliffs, just like this, just so you can see that they're going to be some kind of cliff. So I'm drawing the paint straight down, just like that. This will be grass in here. Cool. Let me let that dry. I'm going to put some white in here. It'll look like a mist coming down. I think I'm going to make these trees over here. I haven't done trees in a long time. Let me get my fan brush. Is this the one I use? I guess this will work. So I gotta mix some green real quick, and then I'll put that white mist in there. So, you know what? Yesterday I was mixing some yellow in this burnt umber, and I was like, why is it turning green? Look at this, is burnt umber and black, and I was putting yellow in there and it was getting green. I'm like, why is that happening? Well, it's because there's black in there. Now, whenever you mix yellow and black, you'll get some kind of green. So look at that. I'm mixing the burnt umber and yellow, and you're getting this green. You see that? Look at that green you get. It's like a sap green. It's pretty good green. So I'm gonna make some green here. I'm actually gonna take a little bit of it and darken it up a little more for these trees with black. Put some evergreen trees right there. I want it to be dark though. Dark trees. What's cool about this year, I'm mixing my own paint with just these three colors. It's pretty cool. So I'm gonna fill I gotta wet this brush because it's hard. This is an oil brush, by the way. And what I want to do, I guess I'm just gonna touch my trees in right now with this brush. I'm going to stamp in the color with this fan brush. It's called stamping, or you can just let's just pull it down because these are going to be trees. Going off into the distance there. Now, you could either take your brush, fill it up with paint on the corner, and you can pull up with the corner like this. See how I'm getting a nice edge up there of trees? You could do that, or you could go up there and actually make some evergreen tree tops. Today I want these to look far away, so I'm just going to pull them up like this. Very easy. And then pull the paint down so it looks like the trees are going vertical. Alright, so those trees are done pretty much. But this is going to be an easy painting. We're almost done. I'm going to put that mist in right now. It's really cool. You got to clean your brush though. The brush has got to be clean. There can't be any color on it. Now wet your brush a little and take a little bit of white over here and put it over here and kind of mix it down like water. Just like that. Now let's put some white right down in here, coming down into the bottom of the mountain here. Pull some of it up like this. There we go. We'll let that dry and see what it looks like. Alright, let's do these cliffs now. I'm just going to use oh, I haven't even done the mountains yet. Let's do the mountains. And then I'll do the cliffs. So we got to put some snow on those mountains. So this one's going to be in front. When you do your mountains, just get a little roll and follow that peak up there on top and pull to the right. And let's come down a little lower and do a little more. This one's going to be in front of those. When you do your mountains, when you're a beginner, you're going to tend to want to pull the snow down and not bring it over to the right. See how I brought this from all the way from here to over here? If you're a beginner, you're going to want to just pull the snow down straight. You want it to level off down here because the mountain starts to flatten out down here. So back here, these mountains are a little further back. We should dull the white down a little. We should put a little gray in it. It'll still look like white, but since these are further back, the snow's not going to be as bright. Just like that. Okay, so the snow gets brighter as we come up closer. Now this side here, I'm going to leave those gray back there, but I'm going to make this side of the mountain blue, like I told you, like the sky blue. I got a little bit of it left here. I got a little bit of my sky blue left here, so I'm going to add just a little touch of gray to it to dull it down. And I'm going to use this color for the left side of this mountain. I'm just going to hit wherever I didn't put any white. I'm going to put this color in there. Turn your knife to the small side up here. Draw that color down. There we go. Look at that. Look at that mountain. Do you see that? See how real that looks? That looks almost like oil paint. That's amazing. You guys got to give this one a try. It's only been 30 minutes, and I'll keep these too dark back there. It really brings this mountain out, doesn't it? I wouldn't do anything to those mountains back there. That really looks cool. I've never done one like this. I just designed this with the knife so quickly. I'm telling you, every landscape can come out different. They never look the same. They're always different to me. But man, look at that mountain. And it already looks like we got clouds up there. I think you guys can do this. This is not hard. Man, I want to see more people start to paint. Now these are going to be cliffs here. Could make them trees like that, but I think it's going to be easier to make cliffs here. We'll use a knife. Now your palette knife is like your brush. The paint dries so fast you gotta clean that paint off because it'll dry on the knife. So these are going to be cliffs. I'm trying to think of what color to start with first. We probably just need white. That's it. Let me try white and see what happens. So we're going to take our knife and just pull straight down. Maybe we need to edge the top first with white. Just like that. And now pull that white down. Just like that. That's good enough. Let's put our green grass in here. So I already made some green. So I'm going to make this up here really light. I'm going to take a little bit of this green, and I'm going to put a little white in it. Make a light green. And put it up here on this hill. Top part of the hill. And this one I'm going to get a little darker. Just add a little darker green to it. We'll just keep coming down. Now I'm going to use the dark green here. You could leave some of that burnt umber in there. It'll look like shadows, okay? like that. So it gets lighter as you go up to the top. This green here we're going to lighten up again. Let's put yellow in it this time. So the rest of this green that I have left, I'm going to put some yellow in it. See what happens. We'll get a different kind of green, I'm thinking. And I wanted these, I'm not sure how it's going to look. You know what I think we need? We're going to need some bushes up there. So let's just put the green in down here. And I'm going to put a row of bushes on top. This is going to be our foreground here. All this stuff is further away. This will be our foreground. Now put the path in after I get the green down. So how easy is that? We'll just block this lower end in with green. And now we'll put some bushes right along here, okay? And we're going to use this dark green that I made. I'm actually going to put a little burnt umber in it, make it darker. And I'm letting this dry for a second. Doesn't that look cool? That looks pretty well. We're still going to put a big tree over here. It's going to look pretty cool. I don't want these bushes to be big, so I'm gonna push in some color here, right along this edge here. Dark color. Still a little wet, but that's okay. Push in some color. Now wipe your brush off on a rag, and at the bottom of these bushes, just draw it to the left. Just at the bottom. Draw that color to the left. Just like that. I want to put some hills in here now. I can kind of see, oh, the pathway is going to come this way. I think I'm going to change the pathway to come maybe across here now. Let's put our hills in real quick. So grab a little bit of that dark, with your filbert brush, grab some of that dark burnt umber that we used to sketch the painting. And right here, starting at one of these bushes, just pull some color out. Dark color. Grab some more paint, and let's do the same thing over here. You got to find a part of the bush where it looks like there might be a hill. And then right over here, put a hill in there. And then wipe your brush off. Dry your brush on a rag, and then blend that dark into the green, just very lightly. Blend it in there. It's going to look like terrain in there, okay? Grab a little bit of that dark I see we need to fix the trees underneath here. I see white coming through, so I'm gonna draw a little dark color underneath those trees. Just like that. All right, guys, look at that. That looks pretty awesome. Let's see how that looks in the frame. Wow. Doesn't that look amazing? Let's see who's on. Anybody watching me? Fancy Thunder. No, this is acrylic, man. This is acrylic paint. I see you answered already, Peggy. Purple sky for the ladies sometimes, please. I do love your hills. Yeah. You know, if you want purple, you know, it doesn't take much to add purple to those. You can make purple clouds. But man, look at that mountain in the front. Doesn't that look like oil paint? I hope you guys try this one. This was an easy one. And I think anybody can do this one. I got all the steps on here. It only took 40 minutes so far. There's your purple. Right there. There's your purple sky, Peggy. But yeah, this one came out great. I like how the mountains are going back in the distance there. We got some cliffs over here. I've never done that before. It just kind of fell in. I got some different functions here I can use to create different colors. You see that? I like the bubbles though. All right, now it's time to do the big tree. Yeah, I like this one too. That way, you know, if you see these, it's me. I like the bubbles. I'm thinking about putting, I like how I started this with the knife, the sketch. Yeah, I'm having fun. This is fun. It's Saturday. I'm done. I'm off for the day. I already did everything today. I got my coffee from Uptown Espresso. I borrowed, my buddy had a high blood pressure test kit that he let me borrow because I got to monitor my blood pressure for a couple weeks. Check it out. That way I didn't have to buy one. I quit smoking and my blood pressure went up. I don't understand it. All right, so now we could either leave this like where it looks like it's far away, or we could put a bush down here to make it look closer, and then run a tree up here, because this is kind of empty over here. There's a lot of things you can do still. But as far as getting to this point, I think anybody can do this part right here. It's not that hard. Let me, I guess I want to brighten up the clouds a bit. I gotta watch out, there was a little green in there. Alright, there's some easy clouds. Run a few shadows on there. I'm going to do the tree now that I put some clouds in there. So I'm going to do the tree with the round brush. This is a number 6 round. And I'm going to use the burnt umber. The burnt umber I used to sketch all this, and I'm going to draw a tree up right in here. Go up a little like this, then go up again. Get more paint, and then go up again, and then up again. I'm going to widen it out just a bit. That way the tree just doesn't look straight up, okay? I'm going to put the Y going up into the sky here. Widen it out just a little. And then I'm going to put another branch over here. See that? See what, when you put something in the foreground, to me, I kind of like that. It makes it look like there's something closer to us now. I don't know. What do you guys think of that? Now I can zoom in. There you go. Yeah, do you like that tree like that? I really like that. Yeah, I'll zoom into the mountains, so. Doesn't that look cool? I leave a lot of the gray. I leave a lot of the gray in there underneath, so you get more. You get more tone on your mountains. This is only 2 colors, white and blue, but remember I started off with that dark gray up there. Yeah, the mountains come out looking great. There is a secret to them. The trick to doing mountains is to really spread them out wide. A lot of people only bring the snow down straight down. The more you spread your mountain out it looks better, you know. It's kind of hard to do. This one was easy to do because that one peak is like taking up the whole picture, so that's why it looks a little better. You could go in here and really start doing some detail work. You could darken up some of these cliffs in here, but to me, I just kind of like that look. Now I'm trying to do it as simple as possible. All right, so I guess you're already good with trees, so I don't have to talk about this tree much. All right, there's a tree, so I guess this one's about done though. Then I hope you guys like this one. I'm gonna try and see if I can fix these bushes up a bit. I'm just putting a lot of just a bunch of highlights on them just to get it done. I made a breakthrough on my bushes the other day because there is a way to like there's a way to highlight your bushes if you think more horizontal. Uh, you can get more better results on your bushes. It's hard to explain. I can't really demonstrate that on these bushes because these are so small, but it's almost like layering your bushes. All right, there we go. I, I guess these cliffs need a little work, but I think I kind of like them. I'm gonna try and run a path from here now across, like I said I had at the beginning. I don't know how it's gonna come out, but we'll try a light brown. So like a light brownish color. More grayish. There we go. Looks like a path coming from here. Came out pretty good for a Saturday. Put a few birds up there. Wow. That's where I'm going to end it, guys. I hope you liked that one. I'll zoom in a little for you. Doesn't that look cool? See how I lightened up? Remember when I put that light color on the mountains? It was supposed to make it look like mist down there, but I guess I didn't put enough on there. But it looks like it's glowing. Alright, there we go. I'm glad you guys got to see that. There's your purple, Peggy. It's an easy one. You can add more to it if you want. I didn't put any of those evergreen trees in because people keep saying it looks like Bob Ross, so I'm not going to do those evergreen trees for a while. But there we go. Look at that. Yeah, you're welcome, Peggy. This one, I'm really happy with the mountain. I guess you are too. You guys, you said you liked the mountain. And I'm just going to keep it like this. This is a smaller painting, 14 by 14. And I mixed all the paint. I didn't even use the red. Right on. Thanks, Dennis. All right, you guys have a good Saturday, and maybe I'll do one later on this evening because it's still early here in Seattle. I got something else I wanted to show you guys, so maybe I'll do it later on this evening. All right, have a good weekend, and maybe we'll talk to you later, guys.